Scene 1: The Forest Path. The scene opens with the sound of birds chirping and the rustling of leaves. Mira is walking down a narrow path surrounded by towering trees. The forest is thick and dark, with beams of sunlight barely piercing through the canopy. The sound of twigs snapping under her feet is the only noise she can hear as she walks deeper into the woods. Mira, looking around nervously. Where am I? I thought the way back home was this way. She stops for a moment and looks in all directions. The trees seem endless, and no familiar landmarks are in sight. She frowns, realizing she's lost. Mira, oh no, I must have taken a wrong turn. I've never seen these trees before. The wind starts to blow gently, making the branches sway and leaves fall to the ground. The sound of the wind through the trees is eerie, and Mira shivers slightly. Mira, talking to herself, stay calm, Mira. There has to be a way out. I'll just keep walking until I find something. Or someone. She continues walking, her pace a little faster now. The forest grows thicker, and the path becomes harder to see. Shadows stretch across. Mary is a 4-year-old girl with bright red hair that frames her face, scattered with freckles on her rosy cheeks. Her large green eyes sparkle with curiosity. She wears a simple green t-shirt and comfortable blue pants, perfect for a day of adventure. The ground and the air feels cooler. Mira's eyes dart around, searching for any sign of a way out, but all she sees are trees. Mira, whispering, I really hope I find my way soon. This place is starting to feel scary. As she walks, a small cottage in the distance comes into view between the trees. Mira squints, unsure if it's real. Mira, hopeful, is that a house? She picks up her pace, heading towards the mysterious cottage in the middle of the forest. Mira, whispering to herself, a house? In the middle of the forest? Who lives here? It's so warm inside. She steps in cautiously. The living room with 3 chairs of different sizes arranged around a small table. Mira, curious, looking around. I wonder who lives here. Feels so cozy. She notices how each chair is different in size. Mira, thinking 3 chairs, big, medium and small. Mira, deciding just a quick rest. I'll figure out what to do next. The living room. Mira stands in the middle of the living room, her eyes moving from the fireplace to the 3 chairs in front of her. The room is bathed in the soft, flickering light of the fire. Everything seems peaceful, yet there's an air of mystery about the place. Mira, curious, 3 chairs. I wonder who sits here. She approaches the largest chair. It's sturdy, made of dark wood with thick cushions. Mira, sitting on the large chair. Oh, this is too hard. She frowns as the chair feels stiff and uncomfortable. She gets up and moves to the second chair, which is smaller and covered in soft, fluffy fabric. Sinking into the second chair. Whoa, this is way too soft. I'm sinking. Mira struggles to get out of the chair, laughing quietly at how it almost swallowed her up. Finally, she tries the smallest chair. It's simple but just the right size for her. Smiling, sitting on the smallest chair. Ah, this is perfect. Not too hard, not too soft. Just right. She relaxes for a moment, enjoying the warmth from the fire. The room feels even cozier now, and she looks around at the simple but charming decor. Wooden shelves line the walls, filled with old books and small trinkets. To herself, I wonder where the people who live here are. It feels like they'll come back any minute. She hesitates for a second, glancing toward the door but stays seated, enjoying the calm atmosphere. The chairs. Mira sits comfortably in the smallest chair, feeling satisfied after trying all 3. The fire continues to crackle softly in the background as she glances around the room again. Mira. Relaxed. This chair is perfect. But what about the rest of the house? Asterisk, her stomach suddenly growls, and she realizes how hungry she is. She stands up, giving the chair one last look before walking toward the doorway that leads to another room. Mira. Thoughtful. Maybe there's something to eat around here. She enters the kitchen area, where a wooden table is set with 3 bowls of soup. The room is simple, with wide windows letting in soft sunlight, and shelves full of spices and dried herbs. The smell of the food makes her mouth water. Mira. Curious, 3 bowls. Just like the chairs. This house must belong to a family. She approaches the table, eyeing the first bowl. The steam rises from it, indicating it's piping hot. Mira. Blowing on the soup. I'll try just a little. It smells delicious. She takes a small sip from the first bowl but immediately pulls back, fanning her mouth. Mira. Wincing, ouch. That's way too hot. She moves to the second bowl and tries it. This one, however, is too cold, and she makes a face of disappointment. Mira. Frowning. Ugh, this one's cold. I guess I'll try the last one. She takes a sip from the third bowl. The warmth spreads through her and she smiles. Mira. Satisfied. This one is just right. She sits down at the table and begins to eat the soup happily, unaware that someone or something might be watching her from afar. The kitchen. Mira sits at the wooden table in the cozy kitchen, enjoying the perfect bowl of soup. The room is bathed in a soft, golden light from the large windows, and the aroma of the soup fills the air. Shelves full of jars and spices line the walls, giving the room a warm and homely feel. Mira. Happily eating. This is delicious. I wonder who made all this food. They must be great cooks. She finishes the bowl of soup and places the spoon down, wiping her mouth with a napkin. Feeling full and content, she looks around the kitchen. Mira. Thinking. This house is so peaceful. But it's strange. There's no one here. She stands up from the table and walks around the kitchen, curiously inspecting the jars of herbs and spices on the shelves. She runs her fingers along the smooth wooden counter. Mira. To herself, it's like everything is ready for someone to come back. But no one's here. She walks to the window and looks outside at the forest. The sun is still shining brightly, but the trees cast long shadows on the ground. The forest feels vast and silent. Mira. Whispering, I wonder where I am. This place. It feels magical. She turns away from the window and looks at the kitchen again. The bowls are still on the table, and the fire in the hearth crackles softly. The warmth of the room contrasts with the eerie stillness outside. Mira. Deciding, maybe I should explore more. There might be other rooms upstairs. With a final glance at the kitchen, Mira walks toward the staircase that leads to the upper floor, her footsteps soft on the wooden floor. This script captures Mira's time in the kitchen, where she finishes eating and reflects on the mysterious, peaceful atmosphere of the house. It sets up the next part of her journey as she decides to explore the upstairs rooms, keeping the sense of curiosity alive. Mira stands at the wooden table, looking at the 3 bowls of soup in front of her. The room is warm and cozy with sunlight streaming in through the windows, but her attention is fixed on the delicious smells rising from the bowls. Mira. Talking to herself, 3 bowls. Just like the chairs. I wonder if they're for the same people. She picks up the spoon from the first bowl, noticing the steam coming from the soup. She blows on it gently and takes a small sip. Her eyes widen in surprise as the heat hits her tongue. Mira. Wincing. Ow. That's way too hot. She quickly sets down the spoon and moves to the second bowl. This time there's no steam rising from it. She dips the spoon into the soup and takes a sip, but her face falls. Mira. Disappointed. Oh no, this one's cold. She moves to the third bowl, hopeful. She carefully scoops some soup with the spoon, tasting it. A smile spreads across her face. Mira. Happily. This one's perfect. Mira sits down at the table, settling into the smallest chair. She begins eating the soup with more enthusiasm, savoring each bite. Mira. Content just right. I wonder where the people who made this went. The kitchen is peaceful, with only the sound of the fire crackling in the hearth and the soft clink of the spoon against the bowl. As Mira eats, she starts to feel more relaxed, but there's still a sense of mystery in the air. Mira. Talking to herself, maybe they won't mind if I just eat a little. I'll clean everything up afterward. She finishes the soup, feeling full and warm, then leans back in the chair, thinking about what to do next. Mira. Deciding. I wonder what's upstairs. Maybe I should go take a look. She stands up, glancing one last time at the table, then heads toward the staircase leading to the upper floor. The staircase. Mira stands at the bottom of a narrow wooden staircase, staring up at the second floor. The stairs creak softly as they wind upward, disappearing into the shadows. The warm glow of the fireplace below casts flickering light on the walls, but the upper floor seems darker and more mysterious. Mira. Whispering to herself, I wonder what's up there. She hesitates for a moment, unsure whether she should go upstairs. The house is so quiet, and the soft crackling of the fire is the only sound breaking the silence. Mira. Determined, I've come this far. I need to know. She carefully places her foot on the first step. The wood creaks loudly, causing her to pause. She glances over her shoulder, half expecting someone to appear, but the house remains still. With a deep breath, she continues climbing the stairs, each step creaking beneath her weight. Mira. Nervously. I hope I'm not disturbing anyone. As she climbs higher, the air becomes cooler, and the shadows grow longer. The light from the fire fades, leaving her in semi-darkness. She places her hand on the wooden banister, which feels smooth but slightly worn. Mira. Quietly, almost there. At the top of the stairs, Mira reaches a small landing. A large window allows a faint glow of moonlight to filter in, casting eerie shadows on the floor. She pauses for a moment, catching her breath, and looks down the hallway. Mira. Whispering, it's so quiet. The hallway is lined with wooden floorboards, and the doors to the rooms are closed. Mira takes a cautious step forward, feeling a mixture of excitement and nervousness. Mira. To herself, what kind of rooms are up here? She moves forward slowly, her footsteps barely making a sound as she approaches the first door, ready to see what secrets lie beyond it. This script captures the suspense and curiosity Mira feels as she climbs the staircase, leaving the comfort of the living room behind and venturing into the darker, more mysterious upper floor of the cottage. Mira steps quietly down the hallway, her fingers lightly brushing the wooden walls. The air is cooler here, and the silence feels heavy. She stops in front of the first door, her heart pounding in her chest. Mira. Whispering, I wonder what's behind this door. She slowly pushes the door open, revealing a small bedroom. Moonlight streams in through the window, casting a soft glow over the room. In the center of the room are 3 neatly made beds of different sizes. Mira. Surprise, 3 beds. Just like the chairs and the bowls. She walks closer to the beds, looking at each one carefully. The first bed is large with a thick, sturdy mattress. She sits on it and immediately frowns. Mira. Disappointed. This bed is too hard. She gets up and moves to the second bed, which is smaller and covered in a fluffy blanket. She lies down but quickly realizes it's far too soft. Mira. Sinking into the bed. This one is too soft. I'm almost drowning in it. Laughing a little at how soft the bed is, she gets up and approaches the third bed, which is the smallest of the 3. She sits down carefully and feels the mattress beneath her. Mira. Smiling. This one is just right. Feeling exhausted from her adventure in the woods and her exploration of the house, Mira lies down on the smallest bed, pulling the blanket up to her chin. The bed is warm and comfortable, and her eyelids grow heavy as she listens to the soft sounds of the forest outside the window. Mira. Sleepily, just a quick nap. Then I'll leave. Asterisk, within moments she drifts off to sleep, unaware that the owners of the house are on their way back. Asterisk. This script captures the moment Mira finds the 3 beds and, just like with the chairs and the soup, finds one that's just right. The scene highlights her growing comfort in the house, setting up the tension for what's about to happen next. Mira steps quietly down the hallway, her fingers lightly brushing the wooden walls. The air is cooler here, and the silence feels heavy. She stops in front of the first door, her heart pounding in her chest. Mira, whispering, "I wonder what's behind this door." She slowly pushes the door open, revealing a small bedroom. Moonlight streams in through the window, casting a soft glow over the room. In the center of the room are 3 neatly made beds of different sizes. Mira, surprise, 3 beds. Just like the chairs and the bowls. Asterisk, she walks closer to the beds, looking at each one carefully. The first bed is large with a thick, sturdy mattress. She sits on it and immediately frowns. Mira, disappointed, "This bed is too hard." She gets up and moves to the second bed, which is smaller and covered in a fluffy blanket. She lies down but quickly realizes it's far too soft. Mira, sinking into the bed, "This one is too soft. I'm almost drowning in it." Asterisk, laughing a little at how soft the bed is, she gets up and approaches the third bed, which is the smallest of the 3. She sits down carefully and feels the mattress beneath her. Mira, smiling, "Ah, this one is just right." Feeling exhausted from her adventure in the woods and her exploration of the house, Mira lies down on the smallest bed, pulling the blanket up to her chin. The bed is warm and comfortable, and her eyelids grow heavy as she listens to the soft sounds of the forest outside the window. Mira, sleepily, "Just a quick nap. Then I'll leave." Within moments she drifts off to sleep, unaware that the owners of the house are on their way back. This script captures the moment Mira finds the 3 beds and, just like with the chairs and the soup, finds one that's just right. The scene highlights her growing comfort in the house, setting up the tension for what's about to happen next. Mira bolts upright in bed, startled by the sound of voices coming from downstairs. Her heart races as she realizes the family has returned. She quickly rubs her eyes and listens intently. The voices grow louder, and heavy footsteps echo from below. Father Bear, gruffly, "Someone's been sitting in my chair." Mother Bear, surprised, "And someone's been sitting in mine too." Baby Bear, shocked, "Someone sat in my chair and broke it." Mira's eyes widen as she hears the bears downstairs. Panic washes over her, and she quickly jumps out of the small bed, her feet hitting the cool wooden floor. Father Bear, angrily, "Someone's been eating my soup." Mother Bear, indignant, "Mine too." Baby Bear, upset, "Someone ate all of mine." Mira quietly tiptoes toward the door, trying to make as little noise as possible. Her heart pounds in her chest as the bears continue their search downstairs. She can hear the heavy footsteps growing louder as they approach the staircase. Father Bear, from downstairs, "Someone's been sleeping in my bed." Mother Bear, from downstairs, "Someone's been sleeping in mine too." Baby Bear, surprised, "Someone's still sleeping in my bed." Just as Baby Bear's voice echoes through the house, Mira throws open the bedroom door and sprints down the hallway. The bears, now realizing someone is upstairs, rush toward the staircase. Father Bear, roaring, "Who's up there?" Mira races down the creaky stairs, her feet barely touching the steps as she flies toward the front door. The sound of the bear's heavy footsteps thunders behind her. Mira, panting, "I have to get out of here." She reaches the front door and swings it open. Without looking back, she dashes out into the forest, the cool night air hitting her face as she runs as fast as she can into the trees. Baby Bear, from the doorway, "Come back."